Good now, whenever and wherever this finds you. I'm still energized from my trip to the desert, and I'm thinking about uh, what I posted in the last video about not trying to figure out the outcome. Well, along with that was this realization that to think too far into the future, or even to think about unpleasant things that you have no control over, hurts your spirit very much. I mean, simple things like what I got to do when I get home from this trip, which I know when I get home from this trip, I'm going to do it. It's not going to be a problem. But if I think about it, it can cause me angst. And then I take and I amp that up to the size of the nation. And people are thinking about what's going to happen in the election of 2022 and how they're going to vote and what they're going to do, and even 2024. And the thing is, when we get there, it'll be what it's going to be. And from now until then, you just look for what you want so that when the opportunity arises, you can go for it. So we can focus on voting reform. We can focus on political parties. We can focus on candidates. We can focus on issues. We can focus on the divide between the Trump cult and the hard left. We can focus on the upcoming elections. We can focus on the narrative of dysfunction and gridlock we get from the corporate media. Or we could think about the world and the system that we would want for ourselves. What would it be like to gather in groups and have discussion, and educated discussion and facilitated discussion, and come to uh, solutions and suggestions that most people can agree on? So there is a process of doing that. And it starts with the deliberative polling, which is to take and poll a random group of people. These polling companies know how to do this. They've been doing it forever. But you get a random selection of people and you poll them. Then you get them to agree to have a weekend of small group meetings with experts on the issues, and it's all facilitated 2 days, the weekend, and then they're polled again, and then they see the difference between before the deliberation and after the deliberation, and they find that it all moves in the same direction. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, they all move in the same direction. And in this last one, it was about climate change, and they all decided they moved in a more positive direction of it is real, it's man-made, and we need to do something about it. So if you realize that these groups are actually a representative of the country at large, we could say that if we were educated, not propagandized, that we all would be more willing to accept that global climate change is real, that we're doing it, and we need to fix it now.